We are live. We are all so direct. London to Illinois with love. We're speaking today with Kristin Crockett, who is the founder and CEO of Courageous Destiny, a mom of triplets who believes in creating impact through love and authenticity, especially in this AI age. Her mission is to help people to build business and life that they truly love, making their journey a carnival. She believes in limitless sales. She believes in giving, and her clients really believe she is the person that made it clear how to grow their business with momentum and pace. Welcome to She Leads, She Sells, to Kristin Crockett.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm excited to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Speak to me. Who do you love to serve? And, tell me a bit why you love to serve.
I always say I love to serve women who are ready to run. So
Wow.
I always say I'm looking for her, which is a heart-raging entrepreneurial woman ready to run. So the ready to run part is probably the most important part I think a really great coach looks for,
Okay.
because you want somebody who's really enthusiastic, that wants something different in their life, something that they really enjoy, something that they love, and they haven't gotten it yet, but they're ready to get it, and they're ready
Okay.
to put in the work to do it.
Amazing. And tell me, what's the biggest block stopping people from stepping into that new identity, that next level of growth?
Well, I think our human being hardware works against us. So if you look at the fact that our brain processes 11 million bits per second, and we have access to 40 to 50 of those bits, we our human hardware makes it very, very difficult for us to create something new in our life, because it takes a lot of consciousness.
Okay.
So I think the biggest thing that people are up against is their unconscious roadblocks that they don't see, that just is stopping them from hiding. And so what I see is people just saying things like, I'm stuck, or I don't know where to go, or I can't do this, and there's a million excuses in the way. But really, it's just that their mind hasn't really gotten on board with the success that they want to attract in their life.
Okay.
So,
Are you a high school teacher by background?
no, not at all. Actually, my background is sales. I was in corporate sales for over, I don't know, 20 some years, and then I became a coach, and I'm still in sales today because we're all in sales. But, my background is sales and communication, and just loving people. It's been a big part of what I do in Courageous Destiny.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Since you spoke about sales, let's lean into sales.
Okay.
What does sales mean to you? So for myself, I've come up with 4 energetic characters when it comes to sales. Fearful Fiona avoids. Serving Susie undercharges when it comes to sales.
Oh, yes.
Joyful Julie is enjoying the process and charges their worth. Limitless Lara just sees leverage as as a real winner, right? Like, hey, I've got the product, no audience, no worries. Someone's got an audience. We 50-50 this. So it's just like Limitless Lara vibes means that you use leverage to get there faster. Sales is energy in my book. How about for you?
I mean, I totally agree with that sales is energy. I mean, if you when I think of limitless sales, I think that it's that I
Mm,
can do this. I have belief in myself that I
yeah.
can do this. And I work with a lot of women who really want to create a business around their passion or their life's purpose.
Mm,
And they may not have sold before, so they don't have that 20 years of corporate sales background. And it isn't what I find, it isn't just that they don't know what to do.
hmm
It's that there's a certain amount of full self-expression that hasn't been able to come out yet.
Hmm.
because they stop themselves from being able to really showcase what's truly in their heart.
Okay.
And so to me, limitless sales is all about getting in tune to what's in your heart and building that so much
Hmm.
that a lot of the stuff that's going on our mind doesn't matter as much. We can work past those things.
Okay. How do you get visible when it comes to marketing yourself, right? Because the best kept secret coach doesn't get paid. So we have to get visible, right? So how do you get visible?
Well, I also have a podcast, Courageous Destiny, Build a Business and Life You Love. I do a lot of speaking, so I speak at these different events, and I meet people that way. I do a ton of networking.
Hmm.
I, I get on podcasts like this one, and you just never know who you're going to meet next, and how, you know, where that's going to lead. I also have a women's networking group that
Okay.
I lead, which is Women Supporting Women. Um,
Oh, so is
I'm
that a
leader.
Facebook group?
Yeah, well, it's a Facebook group, but it's also a circle group.
Okay.
So it's a circle community where we all connect and we have virtual networking and so on and so forth. So
Wow.
there's lots of different ways. I'm always connecting. But it isn't just because I wanna coach more clients, it's because I wanna make a difference in this world, and I want people to understand that just because we learned it or just because it was that way in the past, doesn't mean that it has to be that way moving forward in the future, that we can really create and generate a life of our dreams.
Perfect. That continual and never ending growth, I think, is powerful. So thanks for sharing that.
Certainly.
What are you reading right now, book wise? Like, is there a certain book you're reading? Yeah.
Honestly, the book that I've been reading lately is the Bible.
The Bible.
So,
Okay. I thought you
yeah,
said that.
I'm going through I've never read it before, so I've been reading the Bible, and I've also been, oh gosh, what was I mean, that's the main one. And I do a lot of YouTube listening. I've been listening to a lot of Myron Golden.
But yes,
Um, yeah, I love him. I just love all of his videos have been amazing. Um, and I'm always just looking for, I just figure everyday growth, everyday growth.
that's what I love about you, Kristen.
Mhm.
You're willing to put the ego aside and surrender to what the path might be now. You might have to pivot. You might have to get a new partnership. You might have to run ads. You might have to. So it's that ability to stay curious where a lot of people, their curiosity has been arrested by the conditioning of the world, and they stop. Hey, I'm this expert with 55 certificates. How can you help me? That type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it, and it,
Yes.
and it's interesting because you had mentioned earlier about energy, and when we look at ego, and ego says, "Well, I'm better than all this," or ego says, "Well, I should be here," or ego says, um, actually, really, whatever ego says, a lot of the times it's dimming our energy and it's dimming what's possible. And I think that the more people lean into, and that's what I do, I lean a lot into wonder and curiosity. I don't know what I don't know. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I keep taking one step in front of the other. I follow my inner guidance and I follow my heart and I surround myself with really smart people, and you just can't go wrong. You just
Yeah.
can't go wrong.
I think is if our ladders leaned against the right wall,
Mhm.
we take pride in being able to keep enjoying the journey. But I think it's when it's leaned up against the wrong wall, we're not executing with gusto and vigor. It's we're not doing things in spirit. We're
Mhm.
doing things in spite of the tension, in spite of the lack of alignment. And so, if it's based on inspiration, then I think growth becomes exponential because it's aligned. So,
Yeah, and I think a lot of people put their ladders up against a stress wall. They
yeah,
put their ladders up against the or they want to get someplace without really creating a good foundation.
Makes sense.
And, a lot of times people are creating, they're like, I want to be self-employed. I want a business where I don't have to take a vacation from and blah, 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 and all those things. And I'm like, well, that's great, but it's going to take something, and it's going to take diligent work, consistent work every single day, and showing up for yourself and
Mm.
then believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you won't show up.
Wow.
And then how many people blame everybody else because they weren't willing to show up for themselves?
Wow.
So
What makes you say that they don't believe? Is it that people lack the self-esteem? Generally, that's what stops certain people from getting to their first, growing their business. Is it self-esteem? What is it?
I just don't think they can do it. So it's not even an option. They don't put it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
y- You know? Well, I have to have security, so I have to work a 9 to 5, and I have to have insurance, so I have to work a 9 to 5. Or so they don't look past that. It just stops them from even looking past that.
Okay.
And to me, truly being limitless is like, well, I'm just going to open up the doors. Let me look past that, because maybe there is a solution. Maybe there is a solution to these things. Maybe I could trust myself enough to take actions every day, which would actually be more secure than me working for somebody else who could let me go tomorrow just because. And so I think a lot of people, these casual, really, really easy decisions that they make just stop them from taking action and looking past these things.
Mm-hmm. What do you say to people that say, hey, the market's crowded, people aren't buying anymore, people, yeah.
Well, I don't think that's true at all. I just think that's a lie. like, like people are always buying, but are you willing to do a little research and shift and become
Mm.
what the new climate requires for success?
Oh,
Because there's always going to be a new client or a new climate. How many people got rich during the Great Depression?
yeah.
There were people that got rich then. In 2020, some people folded, but there were other people who seized the day and created huge $1 million businesses, et cetera, et cetera. So there's always going to be a climate in the world that could stop us, but you could use it as an excuse, or you could use it as a challenge on a game board. Like, okay, well, this is there. I can observe it. How do I navigate? And you can learn how to navigate in any climate.
How do we navigate in the climate of AI right now? What's your thoughts on it? Is it more destructive, or is it more helpful? Like, yeah, what's your views on that?
My view is AI is here to stay. So you can embrace it, and you can learn how to use it now when we're relatively early in it, and we
Mm-hmm.
can learn how to build businesses from it, and
Mm-hmm.
we can learn what it does really, really well. Or we could shut it down and not learn it and just call people fake and phony who are using it. But those people who are using it are going to be collecting on it, right? They're going to learn how to use that tool to navigate. Now, I do think, for me personally, there's things that I'm never going to use AI for.
Okay.
I'm not going to use AI to write my book. That comes from my heart. I'm not going to I might use it to help me navigate an outline or things like that. I don't want to stop being intelligent. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want it to think for me.
Yeah.
But I also think it's pretty cool. Like, when you want to put together an invitation to a bunch of people and you need to get something out quick, like, it's invaluable, or it's incredibly valuable. So I embrace it, and I'm getting to know it, because
Okay.
if I don't know it, then I'll say things like, well, I would never use that, but that's just somebody not getting to know it, or not understanding it, or using fear
Yeah.
to, like, we don't have to think about the Terminator movies, where the bots all came alive, and, like, we don't have to think like that. I think that it's an incredible tool, and it's not going anywhere. So why not get to know it? That's what I say. Just get to know it before you judge it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
How can people get in contact with you, and who specifically are you looking to serve?
So people can get in contact with me through courageousdestiny.com.
Sorry,
I have bless you.
I just sneezed there. Sorry. You know, like, what bad
It
timing,
happens.
right? What bad timing there? I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It happens. Sneezes happen. Um, but people can get in touch with me, courageousdestiny.com. Um, I have a form that they can fill out. They can also download the 11 Secrets to Limitless Sales document that I have. Um, and I'm sorry, what was the other question that you asked?
And how can they get in contact with you?
There's a form on my website that they can
Perfect.
do. They can also find me at the Courageous Destiny Movement in Facebook. Um, and under Kristen Michelle is something if they want to follow me, they can do it that way as well.
Amazing. You know, Kristen, I just love the way you make things so simple. I think you're a pleasure to interview, probably the best one that we've had.
Oh, thank you.
There's something about the authenticity and that element of things. Just want to thank you for your time today and for serving.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No worries. She leads, she sells. Kristin Crockett in the building, London to Illinois with love. And we out.